The first step in building a DIY Murphy bed is to choose what kind of wood you're going to use. A DIY Murphy bed can be built out of plywood material, particle board, or MDF. Our cutting guide provides cutting lists for both. Some solid wood in the form of 1x2s will also be required for the construction of the inner bed frame. Of course, plywood can also be used in place of 1x2s. However, you will require to cut the leftover plywood into 1.5-inch wide strips using a table saw. The second step before you start building a DIY Murphy bed is to cut the lumber according to dimensions provided in our cutting guide book number 1. Cutting the lumber is quite easy and straightforward if you have a circular saw or a table saw. If you do not have these tools, or do not wish to cut the wood yourself, most hardware stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, as well as most lumber yards, will cut the wood for you, most of the time for free or for a very small fee. Most of the hardware stores have panel saws, which will facilitate the cutting of the lumber in a big way. Make sure you check the measurements of the various parts before you leave the store, because most hardware stores will not refund you after you leave the premises. The solid wood used for the inner bed frame can be cut using a miter saw. Depending on the size of bed you are building, you will require 2 to 4 sheets of 3/4-inch sheet material and a few pieces of solid wood. Refer to the cutting guide for the number of sheets and solid wood you will require. If you are building your Murphy bed out of particle board or MDF, you will need to use 1/2-inch thick sheet material for the face panels, part I. It is important to use the proper wood as instructed in the cutting guide, because adding too much weight to the bed frame, when combined with the mattress, may overpower the easy lift piston system, therefore making the bed more difficult to close. So you need to stay within the range for the mattress weight and size for each particular bed size, as outlined in the cutting guide. Once you have cut all the lumber, you are ready to start the construction of your DIY Murphy bed.